Arkansas, and obviously you're familiar with them. Can you just give us a read on your thoughts on them?
Just being around and playing against Arkansas last couple of years, very well coached. They do everything right. They run the bases well. They take advantage of things. They're very well prepared. They've played a very good schedule. It's a lot like the Pac as far as their schedule. Their conference schedule is about as tough as what we're doing. So all that stuff is going to be a wash. It's now, who's going to go out and play this weekend and not let the door open and not let the cracks happen. And that's kind of how I see this weekend playing out.
And the fact you've played each other 4 times recently, does that give you a familiarity scouting-wise that you'd have to be scrambling?
It goes both sides. And the other thing is, you're also scouting them. We played them twice last year. We played them 2 years before. So obviously there's some new personnel, but and then when you're playing them in the College World Series, you're scouting there too because you're seeing both brackets. So I would imagine and both sides have done that. So both sides are going to have information, especially on guys that we've already faced, or guys that have already had ABs against us or pitched against us. So all that stuff is going to help, and it goes the same thing in their dugout. They're going to have that same information.
When you look at the history of this College World Series, the teams who have won it all, do you see common threads? Is there a common thread with the teams that advance?
Well, I think it's this time of year, it's all about, it's not just being physically talented. There's a lot to be said about the mental makeup of your teams, and teams that have made it this far and have made it through their conference and played 56 games. At some point during the year, you're always going to have your ups and downs, and the teams that kind of from a mental standpoint handle that and move forward. And then after making it through last weekend with the regionals, that's the biggest key. I think the teams that continue to go on in this tournament are, like I said, everybody's good right now. Everybody has their Friday guy. Everybody's going to be outstanding. It's more of where you at mentally. How do you handle the ups and downs of a game, and a game that you want to, everybody wants that the carrot at the end. And how do you handle playing without using that as your main driving force?
Seth told me, I believe he played on the same K team with Zach Cox. Zach Cox is his name, right? Yeah, the Arkansas guy. Yeah, can you talk about him a little bit? And then also, is it Ebner or Eibner? Eibner, yeah. Can you talk about both of them?
Scary.
Yeah.
Scary. Zach Cox is, I said this last year from playing him, one of the best hitters we've seen and been around. He's just got the ability to do some things at the plate that's pretty special. And Eibner is one of the best athletes. I mean, he's running around in the outfield playing center field, and then before you know it, he's on the bump starting against you throwing baseball. So, when you have that athleticism, there's a good sense that this kid, is a very good baseball player. So those two kids are high-quality, top-notch kids in this country.
And you mentioned how well coached they are. Obviously, Dave Van Horn's been around a long time and has done it different places, so I mean, you know that he knows his stuff. There
is no lack of information or knowledge about this time of year and playing in a super regional and how to prepare your team and really giving them information about what they're about ready to face. And with that and also having enough guys in their dugout that they know what they're getting into. This, last year you look at it, they went to Super Regional on the road. So this is not something new to them. So all that is going to add up into a very, very good, tough challenge for us this weekend.
Is it just a coincidence that Cole, doing well in this postseason, he did really well in the last one? Is that just something that happens, or does he do something different?
It's not a coincidence. It's all about his preparation in the process and understanding. It is a long haul, and the way he makes adjustments is basically the whole thing. What he did last year just carried over, and then a lot of people have information on him. Right. So they're making adjustments to him. So now Cole has had that ability to figure what they're trying to do to him and do what he's doing. So no, it is not a coincidence. It's just information, and it's a good baseball player that knows how to play the game and analyze as the game's going on what take and give.
What did they start doing to him earlier in the year that they were struggling a bit with?
I think they were just, they were doing some things that were counting the zone in and out, kind of forcing him to change his eye level and do some things. And, You know, the other thing that Cole had going into this year that a lot of guys in this program have, when you got a target on your back, you know, when the Wallaces and the Ike Davises are, you know, people are saying, let's not let them beat you. You know, Kipnis went through that last year, and Cole Calhoun coming back with his numbers and where he hits in the order, you know, everybody came in saying, you know, let's not let Cole Calhoun beat you. And so he had to figure out, and that's the impressive thing about Cole this year is if you look at his walks, he's led the team in walks, so that tells you that he's taking what they're giving him and letting Riccio or somebody behind him take the run and finish off the ABs.